we have as our sponsors Glendale Flowers, which is on approximately 59th Avenue in Glendale, right in downtown central Glendale. They have beautiful flowers for all occasions. We also have Planet Beach, which is located just up the street on 59th Avenue in Berend on the 202 and Berend. And we also have Crescendo, which is a ranked 10th, actually in the top 10 in the world for search engine optimization and web design. So we are joined today by Max, who is joining us from Chicanos por Causa, and he represents Chicanos por Causa. Has 54 locations in about 3 states, but we're going to let Max tell us a lot more about it. I see that Max has a I Voted Today sticker, and they are definitely an advocacy organization for the Latino community. Started off in the Phoenix area and expanded to probably almost issues regarding the entire United States, I would say, but still centered here in the Southwest. So, Max, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for voting. I'm going to be voting later on tonight, squeaking in probably at 6:55, since I'm on the other end of town from our show. But welcome, Max, and tell us a little bit about yourself first and how you fit in the organization, and then let's talk a little bit about Chicanos por Causa and how it all fits together.
Thank you, Kurt. I've been with CPLC for 6 years now. Prior to that, I was actually a board member, and so I've been at that level. And when I came on as a staffer, it's a whole lot different. So being a board member for a nonprofit, then transitioning to a staff member as a nonprofit, it's very, very different role, and you get much more into the organization. You think sometimes as a board member, you know the organization, and you typically do in terms of the strategic direction. But when you get into it and start working for it, it really opens your eyes, and it's been an incredible experience. I came from the corporate sector, moved into the nonprofit sector. Nice. Cultural change, I mean, it's a very different organizational culture. Took me a little time to get used to, but it's been a tremendous amount of fun and a lot of personal growth that's taking place.
That's wonderful. What type of corporation did you work with? We have a lot of business owners that listen in, so so they know a little bit of your private background. What kind of industry?
Sure, it was one of the utility companies around here.
Okay.
I was with SRP for many years, a tremendous employer, but it's very structured, very, very classic corporate structure there. So you come from that, then you go to a nonprofit where at CPLC we're very entrepreneurial, meaning you may be hired for a certain job description, but if it turns out you have a good deal of competency in another area, suddenly that becomes your job, and your job just grows, and you know. But that's the way it is. You do what has to get done to just accomplish your organizational mission.
Sure, absolutely. I know a little bit about your organization in that the VPs actually will change even from year to year. Is every couple of years, I think you guys change position?
Yeah, our CEO, Edmundo Hidalgo, is pretty progressive when it comes to trying to develop leadership. He wants the organization to have a strong leadership foundation, and in order to do that, his philosophy is we need to rotate people so they get different experiences. The organization is fairly large at CPLC, and we have 34 different lines of businesses. So because you might be good and competent in one, you may not even know what's going on in another organization. So his thought is let's rotate people, sort of the management by spark plug theory. Let's rotate people around, give them exposure and experiences to other area. Does it maybe hurt productivity? And perhaps it does in the beginning. Well, there's a learning curve. But in the end, his philosophy is it's really going to strengthen the management team. So every 2 years, he has our chief level, our C-level executives. They rotate every 2 years, and there are three chiefs that report to Edmundo. And then we have the vice president level, and we rotate probably about half vice presidents every 2 years.
Oh, okay.
So not all of them, but about half of them maybe get a rotation. I'm in a new position. I've been in my position for the last 6 months or so.
Okay.
It was I went into it with a lot of trepidation, but now I'm starting to actually feel I'm coming in. I'm starting to feel that I'm getting my arms around this now. So I'm getting to that fun stage now.
So you head up the administration. Is that what in the private world might be the COO, the operations officer?
Very similar to COO, correct. I have a lot of the internal stuff, HR, IT, our marketing, our communications, all our media relations, and I have resource development and research and evaluation. So all the stuff that all of our customers, not all of it, primarily, our primary customers are internal.
Okay, very good. Now, is Robert Alvarez a VP as well? Is he? Does he work in your group, or is that a separate group as
His
well?
name I don't recognize. Robert Alvarado?
Yeah, Alvarado, not Alvarez. I apologize.
That's okay. Robert Alvarado is our director of IT, so yeah, he's in my group.
Oh, okay, very good.
He actually does a tremendous job of running IT, so much so that I really lean on him a lot, because I'm not a techie, but I have to rely heavily on his expertise to make sure that we have what we need to really sustain the organization.
Okay.